Hello everyone. So in this video we can discuss about the basics of JavaScript. So in this topic we are going to cover about the JavaScript operators, control structures like selection statement, repetition statement, and function, how to define function in the JavaScript, and some array concept like how to pass array to a function, and finally event handling. So mainly JavaScript is object-oriented, platform-independent programming language, and whatever the changes we are making in the web page, it will be updated in the document object model. And by using JavaScript, it is possible to handle exception handling concept, and it allows anonymous function array function without a function name. Generally, JavaScript is a lightweight interpreted object based scripting language mainly used to make web page interactive and dynamic, and it is a single threaded language that executes one task at a time. It runs inside the web browser and allows developer to respond to a user action like clicking and typing, and by changing the web page content dynamically, and it also able to validate the form's input, as well as it could able to communicate with server without reloading the web page. Simple words, in JavaScript makes a web page alive and interactive. The main difference between Java and JavaScript: Java is object-oriented programming language where JavaScript is a scripting language. Java developed by Sun Microsystem, and JavaScript was developed by Netscape. And Java is compiled bytecode based on Java Virtual Machine, where JavaScript is interpreted by browser. And Java is a platform-independent language where JavaScript is browser-dependent language. And normally, the Java can be used to develop standalone application, enterprise applications, where JavaScript could be able to you develop web page interactive applications. And the extension for Java is .java, where JavaScript is .js. And it is strongly typed language Java, where JavaScript is loosely typed language. JavaScript is needed because HTML and CSS are not enough for dynamic behavior. The limitations of HTML and CSS are: HTML provide only the structure of the web page, where CSS provide only styling. It cannot able to respond to the user action, as well as it cannot update the content dynamically. So here JavaScript solves this by validating the form before submission, creating interactive menus and sliders, showing alert messages, and changing content without page reload, as well as improving user experience. JavaScript is mainly used for web development, server-side development, mobile applications, game development, and web applications. The basic difference between the Java and JavaScript: the program structure in Java, it starts with a main function, but in JavaScript there is no need to define a main function. For printing the simple hello world program, just we can write console.log hello world. This will display the hello world in the browser console window. The console.log, this method, it will print the output to a browser console, and this log function can be used for developers because user could not able to view the output. Only developer can view the output by in the console window. So how to differ, for example, how to declare a variable let x equal to 10. It stands for let is a keyword to define a variable. Here x is a variable and 10 is a value. Console.log of x, it will print the value of x in the console window. The main purpose of console.log is to debugging, to check the variable value, and as well as understand the program flow. It does not affect the web page, and it will be best suitable for testing and debugging. But actually, the value console.log, it will not be visible to the users. Another one method for displaying the output is document.write. Write content directly into the HTML page. We see the output in the web page itself directly. Example, document.write welcome to JavaScript. So this string welcome to JavaScript, it will be printed in the web page itself. Document.get element by id.inner HTML. So this is another one print statement where the particular update, or it will update or insert the content inside specific HTML element by looking the element ID. For example, so here there is a paragraph element called P with ID message, and here in script statement, here we are writing one statement called document.get element by id message.inner html equal to hello students. So here this hello students message, it will be included in an html element in the paragraph element, because the paragraph element contain the id call message. So in the document.get element id, here we are passing a id call message. So by using this message id, it will keep the hello students inside the paragraph tag. So console.log is browser console, document.write is a web page, inner html is specific html element. All those used for dynamic web page updates. There is another one difference between the Java and JavaScript is variable declaration. In Java, just we will declare int x equal to 10, string name equal to Java. This is a Java format for declaring and defining a variable. Whereas in JavaScript, it is a loosely typed language. We no need to mention the type of the variable. Generally, we can define like let x equal to 10, let name equal to JavaScript. So let is a keyword used to declare variables. So this is the syntax difference between the function definition. In Java, like other languages, we use return type and function name and parameters with type, and we will define the function. Whereas in JavaScript, to define a function, just we can use the keyword function and call the method add and just return the values. No need to specify the data type here. Simple example for scripting language: start open with script tag and end with script tag. Inside that, declare the variable and print the variable. Like other languages, in JavaScript also it supports arithmetic operator, assignment operator, comparison operator, and logical operators. So generally, arithmetic operators are addition, subtraction, multiply, division, and modulo. Assignment operators equal to, and shorthand assignment operator like plus equal to, minus equal to, multiply equal to, division equal to. Comparison operators like equal to, it will check only the value, where triple equal to symbol, it will check the value as well as the type, and not equal to, greater than, less than symbol. For example, in this slide, you can see a console.log a double equal to 5. It will check only the value, because value of a is 5 and the right hand side of operator there is a value called 5. So both are 5. So it will return the true value. Whereas triple equal to symbol, it will check the value as well as the type. Here both value a and 5 are equal, but the type of a is integer, whereas the type of the 5 is here mentioned in the operation is called string, because it is within the double quotation. So here as the type is different, so it returns false value. Logical operator are logical and logical not, both can be used in conditions. Control structure, like other programming languages, in JavaScript we can also use if statement, if else statement, switch statement. Then repetition, like while loop, do while, for loop, break, continue statements are also available in the JavaScript. As the syntax is same in other languages. If condition is true, execute the if block. Otherwise, don't execute the if block. If else statement, if the condition is true, execute the if block. Otherwise, execute the else block. Switch statement, so based upon the expression value, identify the or match the case and execute particular case statement. Break statement, once the break is executed, the control will come out of the switch block. Repetition, so here while loop, it will check the condition. If the condition is true, and it will enter into the loop. Once the condition becomes false, then control will come out of the loop. Do while statement, even though the condition is not false, this do while statement, it will allow to enter into the loop at least once, because it is exit control. While entry, there is no condition to be checked, so it will allow to the loop. And while exit the loop, here it is checking the condition. If the condition is true, again the loop will be executed. If the condition is false, then control will come outside of the loop. For loop, so here it has three statements like initialization, condition, and increment or decrement operation. Break statement is used for terminating the loop. Continue statement is used for skipping the current iteration and go back to the next iteration. Functions in JavaScript. Here a function is a block of reusable code. To define a function, use the keyword or syntax function and function name parameters. No need to mention the return type here. Scope rules. A variable can be declared with let, and if it is declared with a let variable, it will work inside the block where they are defined. That is called local scope. Where a global scope, a variable can be declared outside of any function or block. That is called global variable. Once a variable is declared as a global, it can be accessed anywhere in the program. So in this slide you can see there is a variable called x. The value of x is 10. It is declared outside of the function test. So this variable can be accessed anywhere in the program. That is called global scope. Local scope means a variable is declared inside a function. It can be used only within that function. So in this example, there is a variable called message. It is declared inside the function that is called block if block. So this message can be accessed only inside the if block. Accessing the message outside the if block, it will throw an error. Recursion. A function calling itself again and again is called as a recursion. So here there is a function called factorial. So here inside the function factorial, by using if condition and the else block. In else block, if the condition given in the if block is false, the else block will be executed. Else block returns the value of n multiplied by, again we are calling the factorial of n minus 1. So this function, it will call the same function once again. So this concept is called as recursion. Arrays. Like other languages, array contains a collection of values. So array is actually used to store the multiple values in single variable. Each value will be stored in an index number starting from 0. So here there is an array called number, contains 10, 20, 30. An array called fruits contain the value apple, banana, orange. The value apple will be stored in the index 0, banana in the index 1, and orange in the index 2. So creating array by using a variable, that is a keyword let, and array name equal to, within the square bracket we can mention the value of the array separated by comma. The join function is used to join the value of array with particular string. So here in this example we have a defined an array called fruits with three different value apple, banana, and mango. Here we are using a join function fruits dot join, and be using the bar symbol. So it will include the bar symbol inside the value of fruits, such that you will get the output apple or banana or mango. And in HTML we can also use UL and LI for unordered list and list items. This can be used inside the loop statement to execute the elements uh, and to output the value as a formatted output by using these UL and LI statements. Alert statement, it will pop out the output instead of showing the output in the browser window. It will pop out in a window, and it will show the output in that window. So like other languages, we can access the value of array elements by using the index. In this example, by using the index value fruits of 0, fruits of 1, and fruits of 2, here we are printing the value of the fruits apple, banana, and mango. As well as by other languages, by using the index itself we can able to modify or update the value of an array. To find the length of array, we can just call the variable length. So in this example, just call the length by using the statement fruits.length, where fruits is a array. Like other languages, we can iterate the array by using the index. The common array methods in the JavaScript are push, pop, and shift. Where push, it will add an element at the end of the array, and pop, it will remove the last element from the array, and shift, it will add at the beginning, and shift, it will remove the first element. JavaScript, there is no need to declare the size, it can grow automatically. It is dynamic size. Like other language, we can also pass an array as an argument to the function. DOM. DOM stands for a document object model. When a browser loads an HTML page, it converts the HTML program into its tree-like structure of